Good morning and thank you for joining us for Unscripted on 13 Plus. I'm Carson Courier. Anna Orsini has the day off. Now we do want to begin with some late breaking news. We are continuing to follow an investigation into an officer-involved shooting. Right this second, a suspect who is armed with a knife is in custody this morning. Reliable sources tell us that a TPD canine was stabbed, but the injuries are not life-threatening. So this is what we know right now. Around 5:30, officers responded to reports of an aggravated assault where a woman and her child were chased by a man with a knife. This happened at Rudy Garcia Park on the corner of Irvington and South Nogales Highway. Before officers got there, the man fled but was then spotted near the Laos Transit Center, which is less than a half a mile away from the park. All the details we know right here on KOLD.com. You can see it is our lead story on our website. Now we know the canine was injured with non-life-threatening injuries, as I mentioned, and was transported to a vet. After that, the suspect ran again right down the road to West Oklahoma Street and South 7th Avenue. At that point, he still refused to surrender, so TPD used, quote, less lethal methods, but those were also unsuccessful. Eventually, the department tells us an officer caught up with the suspect, and during a struggle with the officers, firearms went off and hit the ground. Now, we are asking for clarification on how it went off, but we haven't heard back just yet. The suspect was eventually taken into custody and transported to a hospital with minor injuries. A few officers also had minor injuries. So again, the Pima Regional Critical Incident Team is doing the investigation here. That's kind of always the case when there's an officer-involved shooting. Marana PD are the lead agency, and the Pima County Sheriff's Department is the secondary agency. TPD will also do its own investigation as well. So this is something we're going to continue to track throughout the day. We'll make sure to update you both on air and online. Also happening today, possibly closing arguments are set for the trial for the woman accused of causing a deadly crash while texting and driving. This comes after Jana Huron took the stand yesterday for the 2019 deadly crash. Huron faces multiple charges, including 2 counts of manslaughter. Investigators say Huron was texting before the crash and deleted messages afterwards. So we're going to have the latest from the Pima County Superior Court throughout the week. We'll make sure to update you both on air and online. We'll have a crew actually in court today, so still a lot to come from this morning. Now we do know that it is day 3 of the DNC. Day 2 finished up yesterday. You are taking a live look this morning to Chicago, where all of that is taking place. Now we know that today it will feature former President Bill Clinton as well as Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz. It follows another big night that featured party heavyweights such as the Obamas and another appearance by Vice President Kamala Harris. She made a virtual appearance from a rally in Milwaukee. Molly Martinez explains what we can expect tonight for day 3. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Here at the Democratic National Convention, Wednesday night is all about the man from Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz will be making his national debut and giving his pitch as to why he should be the next vice president. Along with formally accepting the nomination, the speech will be an opportunity for him to showcase his role as an attack dog, giving teeth to the ticket. Number 2, Wednesday's theme is a fight for our freedoms. This means heavy emphasis on reproductive freedom. 2024 marks the first presidential election since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. All week, we've heard testimonials from those who have suffered navigating the post-Roe healthcare landscape. It's a key moment to differentiate the parties on this critical issue. Finally, former President Donald Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance will be making their own spotlight Wednesday, holding a rally in the battleground state of North Carolina. At the DNC, I'm Molly.
And we do have some other late breaking news this morning. Hilma has become the second hurricane of this year's Eastern Pacific Ocean. That Category 1 storm was located just southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula of Mexico. So you're taking a look at kind of that system this morning. We're told it is expected to remain away from land. At this time, there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. Of course, as I mentioned, this is something we're going to continue to monitor throughout the morning. We will bring you the latest updates throughout the next couple of days. But here at home, taking a look outside at Mount Bigelow, looking gorgeous. You can see some clouds out in the distance, looking good right now. But as 13 First Alert forecaster Allie Potter knows, there are some changes on the way, and kind of going in reverse really quick. So talking about Hurricane Hilma,
Yes.
really not expected to see any kind of remnants of that.
Not at all.
Okay.
But we have our own storm, right? We're in
Okay.
monsoon, so we've been tracking this, and we're actually having a pretty active radar for this
Wow.
time of the morning, right? Now, I do want to break down the main threats, though, for us today. We do have a First Alert Action Day in place, and here's why. Our big concern, the wet microbursts, those can really start to move on its way into town and create the heavy rain. Those gusty winds do not help with that whatsoever. Flash flooding is another big concern, folks. I'm just going to tell you right now, get your phone out, go ahead, download our weather app. We keep it up to date in literally hour by hour. If there is a new severe thunderstorm warning or flash flood warning or any type of warning that affects you, because you could customize it. It's amazing. You will be the first to know about it, okay? So I'm telling you right now, get that weather app, and we will give you all the latest information, because today is going to be a really busy day. Happy to say we do not have any type of warnings in place or advisories right now. But as you know, that's going to change this afternoon. Taking a live look here with our 13 First Alert radar, picking up some of those storms to the south and west of Tucson. Right now, west of Nogales, parts of Rio Rico, even Sonoyta. Over here, if you're in the Sells area, those storms also in 3 points. Drexel Heights and the Summit area. Ajo actually had a little bit of a slick commute this morning. A live look here for the Tucson metro area. We're not tracking any type of storms just now, but as I mentioned, all is going to change. Now, as for our Weather Prediction Center, that excessive rainfall risk is at slight for Tucson, Wilcox, Sierra Vista, Safford. This also includes Bisbee and Nogales. Just breaking it down for you hour by hour. We do have a slight chance for rain for the rest of this of our morning, starting to pick up a little bit at a 20% by 11 o'clock, 50% though around 3 o'clock. That's going to carry us through your dinner hour. Your 13 First Alert Future radar is very important to be aware of. Around 2 o'clock, those storms starting to really pick up eventually by 4 o'clock. This is the Tucson area here. Nogales, Sells, Sierra Vista, a little spotty if you're in Wilcox. Going to continue with those showers around 5 o'clock for Tucson, but as you notice, though, it is moving off to the west. So Sells, 3 points, Ajo, all the way north to our friends in the Phoenix area, eventually around 8 o'clock. And as you're sleeping, and then joining us tomorrow morning, we have the potential for more storms.
Okay.
Early, so as we're going to work.
Perfect. You know?
So set your alarm to, actually won't need an alarm. Maybe the
You're
thunder,
gonna, yeah.
you might hear it.
Perfect.
And you go, oh, it's a natural alarm. 5 o'clock in the morning, possibly tracking those showers. We'll definitely be doing that tomorrow. Your 13 First Alert 7-day forecast includes the First Alert Action Day due to that heavy rainfall, flash flooding, the potential for those microbursts, gusty winds, you name it. Today's going to be a pretty busy day.
Okay. Wow. Okay, 99 degrees. Love to see it. I'm also excited to see these storms, but then when you start talking about microbursts and
that
the
can get
potential
scary.
for destruction,
Yes, right.
it can get a little scary.
Yeah, and I hate to say the word tornado,
Yeah.
but microbursts, tornado,
Yeah.
it depends on what's going to happen. We did have 3 tornado warnings in place on Friday.
Okay.
And then we almost had one. I think it was on Tuesday. Don't quote me. I think it was on Monday. Maybe it was. But yeah, so they're here.
Yeah.
And that's always a potential. But like as I mentioned, it's so important to have that weather app, because if there's a severe thunderstorm warning, flood advisory, tornado warning, anything, you will get it on your phone right away, and it literally maps out where you are. So you can
Okay.
be like, oh my goodness, this is in my area.
It's actually great. You get notifications
Yes.
too. It's like lightning is 10 miles from your location.
Yeah, storms are on
Yeah.
your way.
Yeah.
And we do push alerts too, just to really inform you if we think that maybe something's coming in a couple of hours, just because we want to be able to alert you first to say, hey, this is in your region, this is in your area. If you have any outdoor plans or whatever you're out and about doing, of course, we want to make sure that everyone stays safe.
Absolutely. So stay safe, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you,
please.
Allie.
Of course.
Okay, well, moving along to some good news on your Wednesday. Take a look at this. You're taking a look at a story on KOLD.com. This is just so sweet. So all this 10-year-old girl wanted was mobility in her left hand. See, she was born without a left arm, and the prosthetic she had really only gave her limited mobility. Reporter Bria Walters shows what this girl's life is like now that she has a new hero arm. Let's go ahead. We're going to play this story for you all.
I was very happy. A lot of stuff was very exciting.
Surreal. That's the word Skyliana Lentz and her mom, Charissa Clausen, used to describe the moment she received her Open Bionics hero arm. That's because it's been a journey.
I've only had it for, 5 days now? Yeah. This is day 5. So, I've noticed her utilizing it just to stabilize a lot of things, One thing you don't think about is holding with one hand and holding with the other.
Sky and Teresa first saw a similar limb almost 6 years ago, and with the help of Lucky Finn Project and Open Bionics' Big Hero 3 campaign, Sky got her arm July 27th at an event in Troy, Michigan.
And we've been on this road since then, trying to figure out the insurance, trying to figure out how to make it happen, and so just the fact that we found out in February, March of this year that it was going to happen, and then by July, here we are.
When we last spoke with Skyliana, she wished for more mobility in her hand. Now, with the hero arm, she has that. The fingers are more mobile because of sensors controlled by muscles that give Sky a better grip. The 10-year-old chose her color and design.
I can pick up a lot of stuff. I can pick up books and hold other books in my other hand.
In the fall, Sky will start the 4th grade. The arm will fit her for about 5 years before she'll need a new one. But until then, she will enjoy all the new things she can do with her special limb.
It will be a lot of work of practice, but mostly it will have a lot of work, but I think it will be easy after 5 years maybe, or maybe a month or 2.
In Loves Park, Bria Walters, WIF.
How sweet was that story? Again, it's up at KOLD.com. We'll go ahead and pull that back up if you are interested. If you just type in third grade girl to receive a life-changing hero prosthetic arm, you can watch that again. You can also read more from that web story there. But turning now to a trending story I think a lot of people have probably seen on social media. It feels like it is flooding social media right now. I don't think a lot of people are shocked, but Bennifer is no more. Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. According to an entry on the Los Angeles Superior Court docket, Lopez filed to end their 2-year marriage yesterday. Now, the breakup comes after reports the two have been living separately. We know they also sold their Beverly Hills home, and Lopez canceled her summer tour to spend, quote, more time with her family. Now their divorce marks yet another turn in a love story between two superstars that has played out in the spotlight for decades. This morning on 13 News, we actually looked up when these two kind of first started dating. It was back in 2002, so kind of hard to believe. I believe they were engaged at one point, and then they broke up again. They married other people, and then got back together, got married. So another Hollywood couple bites the dust. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you're either watching on Facebook or YouTube, let us know whose team you're on. Definitely a celebrity couple kind of matchup that we've been seeing for the past 2 decades now. And taking another live look outside on your Wednesday morning, you can see those clouds from Mount Bigelow starting to get very puffy, a little bit darker this morning. We know Allie was talking a little bit about the potential for some severe storms this afternoon, so make sure to download our 13 First Alert weather app to get the latest on those, or just watch us on air, online. We'll make sure to alert you first with any changes involving those storms. So be safe, everyone, and thank you so much for watching Unscripted on 13 Plus. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 9:30. Have a great day.